Good evening, and you're looking live at Easton, our Easton Gymnasium. It used to be Easton High School and Illini Central Middle School. Now we're playing games over here during the pandemic with our gym usually being used for other things. We welcome the Riverton Lady Hawks fans in and Illini Central fans. Good to have you tuning in tonight as well as we get ready to bring this Sangamo Conference game to you between our Lady Cougars and, like I said, the Riverton Lady Hawks. Let's look at the starting lineups before we get going here. Got about 40 seconds before tip. Illini Central will be starting Chloe Dom, a senior, number 21. Reese Markley, number 10. She's a senior. Number 23, Madison Casavicius is a freshman. Number 24, Lana Schaefer is a freshman. And number 32, Sophie Schneider is a freshman as well. For the Lady Hawks, they'll be starting number 3, Juliette Watts, a junior. Number 12, Chloe Kendall, a junior. Number 15, Abby Turner, a senior. Number 22, Tori Scales, a junior. And number 24, Holly Pettit, a junior. So there's your starting lineups as we get ready to get the game going here. The Lady Hawks are coached by Molly Hardkey and Cole Witherow, and our Lady Cougars are coached by our own Colby Bunner. We're going to have the national anthem. I'm going to put it on mute, and we'll be back in just a second. As we get ready here for the starting lineups, the Lady Cougars are sitting at 1-1 on this season, as well are the Lady Hawks. The Lady Hawks played last night at home against Pawnee, and they were able to get the win last night. So they come into the game off a win last night. Lady Cougars played on Monday against Athens down at Athens. If you've watched any games so far this year, you know that because of the coronavirus rules, the rule changes, we are giving the road team the ball to start the game. So that means Riverton will start with it and bounding it. Number 12, Chloe Kendall. Illini Central starts in their 1-3-1 zone. Number 15, take me a minute to get names. Abby Turner gives it to number 3. That's Juliette Watts. There's a jump shot taken by number 24, Holly Pettit. Rebound down comes to the Cougars. Chloe Dom pushes it in the front court, coming off of her 29-point game the other night against Athens. And there's a foul called on Riverton, and Dom will go to the line for 2 free throws. Chloe hits the first, Lady Cougars take the lead. Chloe hits the second, and Illini Central takes a 2-0 lead to start the game. Bringing it up the court is number 3. That's Juliet Watts. She reverses it to number 12. It's Chloe Kendall to 24. Holly Pettit. She throws it inside to Watts. Watts kicks it to the corner to number 12, Turner. She reverses it to the top to number 24, Pettit. Back to Turner. Number 12. Sorry, that's Kendall. I'll get it. Take me a minute. Turner up top with the ball. To Watts. Ball in the baseline corner, number 15. She pulls up, misses. Rebound down to number 12. She tries to throw a bounce pass to Watts. Number 12 was Kendall. She was the high scorer last night, I saw on Twitter in the game against Pawnee. Down to Markley on the baseline corner. She hits the baseline jump shot, and the Cougars lead 4-0. Watts brings it up, gives it to Turner, inside to Watts. Number 24 drives. She gets a good look, misses. Rebound down to, she gets her own rebound after hitting the floor. Number 22 Scales. It's up top for 3. Another offensive rebound for Riverton. It's a jump ball, and the Lady Cougars get it after the alternating possession. The Lady Cougars are going to have to get on the boards. They've already given up at least 3 offensive rebounds. Casavicius will bring it up the court after the inbound from Markley. Riverton's in a man-to-man defense. Miscommunication between the Cougars. The ball gets knocked out of bounds. I think it got tipped. I'm not sure. Must have gotten tipped. Dom with the ball coming across the half-court line. She drives in the lane, goes up, and it's called on the floor, so she won't get free throws. Casavicius to Dom up top. Casavicius for 3. It's long. Nice pass inside. Number 12 with a nice shot fake. Pulls up. Blocked. Nope, not blocked. And a foul called on Chloe Dom. Looks like, I think. Let's see. Foul on Chloe Dom. And number 12, Chloe Kendall, will shoot 2. She hits first. The second one is up and off the rim. Dom pulls down the rebound, and the Lady Cougars, with 5:30 to go in the first quarter, bring it up. Casavicius to Markley, to Dom. Dom drives with a little Euro step, goes up and finishes, and the Lady Cougars take a 6-1 lead. Watts brings it across half court. She looks at the defense, see what she can get. She gives it to Kendall up top. Number 25 is checked into the game, Brandy Pettit. Nice move by number 22, Tori Scales, and she gets a basket. (6-3) in favor of the Cougars. Casavicius with the ball up top, reverses it to Snyder on the left wing. She looks, she's going to pull up for 2. Off the rim. Casavicius got a hand on it, but the rebound comes down to number 25, Brandy Pettit. Turner brings it across the timeline. She's surveying the defense, seeing what she can get against that 1-3-1. There it goes inside to number 22, Scales. Brandy Pettit takes the shot, misses it. Rebound, Scales. Nice pass by her into Watts, who misses it, and she gets fouled. And like I said, rebounding seems to be an early problem for Illini Central, even though they have the lead. So number 3, Juliet Watts will go to the free throw line. We're going to take a timeout. As you probably have seen, I assume other places are doing it as well. We've been doing here where we've take a mask break about halfway through the quarter if neither team has called a timeout to give the girls a chance to take their masks off. Also gives the referees an opportunity to swap out the basketball. One thing we've been doing during our timeouts is try to share with our fans what we have coming up next. The girls' next 3 games after tonight are the 15th at Auburn, the 16th they'll travel to Mount Pulaski, and on the 18th they'll head to Maroa Forsyth for a game over there, and that's a lot of driving for 1 week. The girls will be on the bus quite a bit for their games next week. So those are the next 3 coming up for Illini Central. 2 out of the 3 are Sangamo games, and the other one being a Tomahawk game against the Lady Hilltoppers. So with 4:20 to go in the first quarter, Lady Cougars lead 6-3. We'll come out with Watts shooting 2 free throws, an opportunity to cut the Cougar lead to 1. Watts a left-hander, has the first one rattle out on her. See if the Lady Cougars can box out here and get a rebound. If it's a miss, it does roll out. And Chloe Dom gets the rebound, bringing it up against Brandy Pettit. Number 25, Dom drives, kicks to Casavicius, over to Hughes, makes a nice move, gets in the lane, off the rim. It's a good move by Madison Hughes, number 25. She's a freshman, just checked into the game. Casavicius gets a tip. It shouldn't be recording. It doesn't matter. It's recording anyway. Shouldn't be recording. No. Ball's inbounded to Watts. A little technical conversation going on here. Sorry about that. There's Kendall in a trap. Let's see what she can do with it. She gives it to Brandy Pettit. And they call a foul on, looks like Madison Hughes, I think. Don't have the right glasses on tonight to be doing this. Lady Hawks inbound underneath the basket. Nice. The Cougars do a good job of defending that. Kendall up top with it. She reverses it to Turner. Hawks doing a good job of being patient, not rushing things. Gets it to Watts. She gets it to Pettit. Rebound. She misses. Almost gets her own rebound. Kendall gets that rebound. One thing about playing a zone, nobody has a certain box out responsibility, so people have to go rebound. To the baseline to Scales. She shot fakes, drives, misses. Rebound down to Chloe Dom. She's got Pettit on her. Pettit, she goes by Pettit, shoots a runner, misses it, gets her own rebound, goes up, doesn't get it. Hughes battles for it and causes it to go off of the Hawks. With 3:03 to go in the first quarter, Lady Cougars lead 6-3. Lana Schaefer with a little jump shot in the lane, and she hits it, and the Cougars take an 8-3 lead. Turner with the ball, nice pass inside to Scales. Scales drives, Casavicius does a good job of getting a piece of it, and that'll be a jump ball. It'll be Riverton basketball. Pretty quiet in the gym with no fans. Scales gets it. Riverton runs America's play is the name usually given to that out of bounds play. Watts makes a nice pass to Scales, and Scales puts it in. And the Lady Hawks have a nice basket there. And it's 8-5 in favor of Illini Central. Savage just brings it up. Riverton decides to go boxing one against Chloe Dom. We knew we'd see some of that. So the girls have to be aggressive. They have to be willing to shoot when they're open. Lana Schaefer is. And Lana Schaefer, that's exactly what needs to happen against a boxing one. Other people need to hit it. That's a great shot. And the Cougars take a 10-5 lead in the first trip against that boxing one. Chloe Dom's already signed to play in college. Known for how great she is. She's going to see a lot of boxing ones. There's a shot by Watts, missed. Rebound down to Hughes. Got to be a little stronger with it. Dom with the spin dribble. That's a good idea on the charge attempt by, looks like Turner, I think. No, yeah, it was. Abby Turner tried to take a charge, but Chloe got pushed before that, so the foul was on Riverton. Minute 45 to go in the first quarter. One advantage of doing the boxing one also makes Chloe work harder to get the ball. There's Reese Markley for a 2, and she drains it, and the Cougars shooting the ball quite well to start. Kind of tell some of that not playing all summer and everything. Rust might be getting knocked off a little bit. Watts up top with the ball. She gives it to Scales. Scales pulls for a 3. It's off. Rebound down to Kylie Green. Kylie Green's a freshman who's checked into the game, number 12. On the bench. Schaefer's on the bench and Sophia Snyder's on the bench. Kylie Green didn't play last year, so she took a year off. So it'll take a little while for her to get back in there, but great to see her on the court this year. Watts, nice bounce pass to Pettit. Inside to Scales, that's good ball movement. And Scales makes it. It's 12-7 with 50 seconds to go. The Hawks go back to regular man-to-man. Chloe gets fouled. She'll go to the line. Foul was on number 22, Scales, who's had a really good first quarter. Some nice baskets inside. Shot goes in. Chloe struggled with her free throws last Saturday morning when she was in here, but today that makes her 3 for 3. And I didn't jinx her. Whoops. And Lady Cougars go to 14-7. A little confusion on defense. Watts does a good job faking before she passes, and that really helps against a zone. We're gonna have another jump ball. That'll be Illini Central's basketball with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Like I said, having coached a zone, what Watts does well there is she fakes the pass to make a pass, and that makes the defense shift. So that's a good play by her. Casavage just brings it up. Over to the wing to Green. Green throws a bounce pass that gets stolen by Pettit. 22 Scales drives. Nice hustle back by Casavicius. Scales up top, misses a 3. Rebound comes down to Dom, who throws it ahead to Markley, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And at the end of one, Illini Central leads 14-7. We'll be back at the end of this timeout to start the second quarter. And we're back. I mentioned the other night at one of these games, that horn is loud in this gym. This is a loud gym anyway. It's a hard one to coach in because you got to yell to be heard. Got a big echo in it. Riverton starts with the ball, inbounds it to Turner from Kendall. Illini Central leading 14-7. Turner drives, kicks to Watts. Watts to Scales. Scales back to Kendall, and she hits a nice little jump shot. Obviously something they talked about at the quarter break. And it's 14-9 in favor of Illini Central. Turnover by Illini Central. Scales drives in the lane, goes up. She gets fouled, and she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one hits the back of the rim. Illini Central's got a couple subs. Madison Hughes checks out, and Kylie Green check out. Sophie Snyder comes in, as well as Lana Schaefer. Scales will shoot her second free throw. Like I said, she's been off to a pretty good start. She gets that free throw. Savage just tracks down that and then almost turns it over as Pettit doing a good job of playing defense. Dom gets by her, but Reese Markley for 3, and she hits it. Reese Markley on fire tonight. Just as soon as Riverton made a little run, that's a huge 3 as they stopped a little bit of momentum. Doing a good job of getting it inside the Scales. That's a nice cut, and Illini Central didn't guard it. It's a nice cut by number 25, Brandy Pettit, and she gets a layup. It's like we're back to, no, we're just playing man. If the score's a little slow on the screens, because I'm doing all of this. Nice pass by Schaefer into Dom. She doesn't make it, misses it, gets her own rebound, and she finishes. Chloe Dom. Sophie Snyder gets a steal. Scales wasn't ready for it. Riverton's a young team too. I mean, when you look at their JV roster, it's mostly freshmen, just like we are. We've got some kids that haven't played any varsity basketball, so it's going to take a little bit of time. And I remember last year I coached our middle school. They had a terrific 8th grade team last year. We're playing them down there. Really good team. So they've got some people coming up. There's a 3 from Kendall. Like I said, she was a high scorer last night for the Lady Hawks. 19-15 in favor of Illini Central. Inside to Casavicius, goes up, misses, rebound down to Turner. Turner gives it off to Scales, or Scales ends up with it. She brings it up, over on to Turner on the left wing, into Watts. Illini Central's defense is not very good right now. They're going to have to figure something out. Kind of slow-footed. And the Cougar lead is cut to 2. 4:54 to go in the first quarter. And we called a illegal screen on Chloe Dom. We can't have Chloe in foul trouble, and we definitely can't have her pick up fouls setting screens. And we'll take another mass break. Give the girls an opportunity to catch their breath. We'll be back when they come out of the timeout. Glad you're here with us tonight. Good game so far. 19-17 Illini Central. And we're back after that mask break. It's Riverton basketball on the far baseline going towards their basket. Lady Cougars have the same people on the court as they had when we went into that timeout. We'll check the lineup for the Lady Hawks. Number 15, Turner. Number 3, Watts. 12, Kendall. 22, Scales. And 24, Pettit. Reverse it. Yeah, that was a tough pass. Went between her legs, I think, and she wasn't able to handle it. Illini Central, Reese Markley takes it out. Madison Casavage just brings it up. Dom with a curl. Nice defensive closeout by Scales. Dom's a tough player to guard, and she misses that one. Rebound down to Turner. She'll bring it up. Throws a bounce pass to Kendall. Snyder gets a piece of it, but it's Turner that has it. It's a kick ball by Chloe Dom. 4:18 to go in the second quarter in the first half. A nice game so far, 19-17 in favor of Illini Central. There's a bounce pass inside to 24 Pettit. She muscles it up, doesn't get it, and we're going to have another jump ball. Good sportsmanship by Pettit helping Chloe up there. Savage just brings it up after the alternating possession. Dom does a good job right there off the curl. Schaefer, good dribble, there she goes. Drives baseline, loses it. Dom picks it up. She kicks out to Markley. And, oh, I thought that one was gonna roll in. Sophie Snyder gets a piece of it, and it's gonna be another jump ball, and that'll be Riverton basketball this time. Lady Cougars stay in their 1-3-1 out of the sideline, out of bounds, which isn't always an easy thing to do. Sometimes it causes tough angles in that. Watts doing a good job. Nice pass there. That's a great play by Riverton, and a foul on Illini Central. That's good ball movement. It's good ball movement. This is good basketball against a 1-3-1. So it looks like number 22 Scales. Tori Scales will go back to the free throw line. First one hits the back of the rim. I mentioned the other night at the boys' game, these rims have been and always are and always have been tight. Scales' second one hits nothing but the bottom of the net. And with that one, the Lady Hawks pull to within one. Savage just brings it across the timeline, throws it, goes to throw it to Markley. It's stolen by Watts. Pettit brings it up, gives it to Watts. Watts to Turner. Turner, baseline jumper misses. Rebound down to Markley. She gives it up to Casavicius. Savage just got to take a little bit better care of the basketball. Dom down to Markley. Markley again for two. It's off. Savage is doing a good job of hitting the offensive glass. Kendall brings it up against Markley. Screened by Watts. Watts has a good look, but she doesn't take it. Gives it to Scales. Scales to Pettit. Pettit with a good swing pass to Turner, who misses. Rebound down to Casavicius. Gives it up to Dom. Goes behind her back. They're going to call travel on it. I don't know if it would have been if she hadn't lost it, but it's a good idea. It was going to be a travel because she lost the handle on it. Good job by Snyder getting another hand on it. There's Kendall with a nice shot fake. She gives it to Watts. Watts with a good pass to Turner. The Cougars don't rotate fast enough, and that isn't going to be an and one opportunity for Turner. And the Hawks take the lead. The second one is short, and Dom gets the rebound. 20-19 in favor of Riverton. 2:05 to go in the first half. Too far to throw that pass. Misses. The Lady Cougars don't hustle back, and they got to hustle back. You cannot assume that they're going to make it. They just assumed she was going to make it. They didn't. Some of the younger girls who haven't played with Chloe yet don't realize she's going to make that shot tough. There's a good shot by number 24, Holly Pettit. That was a tough jump shot. It was contested. And it's 22-19 in favor of the Lady Hawks. For a moment, I thought they went back to the box and won, but they didn't. 24, Holly Pettit pushing it the other direction. Casavish just cuts her off. Up top, the Tori Scales. That's 3 is off. Rebound down to Chloe Dom. She gives it to Casavicius. Nice move by Casavicius, and she finishes. That's a nice play. And the Lady Cougars cut it to 1. Up top is Turner. She gives it to Juliet Watts. Watts over to Chloe Kendall. Up top to Holly Pettit. To Scales at the elbow. She throws it to Kendall, and the ball goes out of bounds. Coach Hartkey has her head in her hands. I've been there before many, many times in my years of coaching. Illini Central taking it out. Markley throws it into Dom with 25 seconds to go in the first half. Dom, she was looking for Snyder to cut. Casavicius with the ball on the wing. Dom drives and gets fouled, and she'll have an opportunity with 8 seconds left in the half to either tie it up or give Illini Central the lead. That was a series right there where you could tell our girls haven't played together. They didn't get that summer together, and that makes all the difference in the world. This is disappointing for these kids. They didn't get an opportunity to do those things. Chloe rattles the first one in. Ties the game at 22. The second free throw is good, and Chloe is 6 for 6 from the line to start the game. 5 seconds. Tip pass by Dom, and the Cougars are going to end up with it. Dom throws it from half court, and at halftime, Illini Central. And a fun game to watch, back and forth. Good plays by both teams. Leads a 23-22 game. We're going to mute things, and we'll be back for the second half in about 10 minutes. Like I said before, glad to have you with us. Glad we have the opportunity to bring it to you. Well, we're back. One thing about my dear friend Coach Bunner, he gets his money's worth at halftime. So the Lady Cougars just come out of the locker room. As we get ready to start the second half. The Lady Cougars in the lead by 1, 23-22 in a back and forth game. The Cougars were up by 7 at one point early. Riverton came back and took the lead. Illini Central just took the lead back before the second half started. The Cougars will start with the ball in the alternating possession, with Reese Markley taking it out, inbounding it to Madison Casavicius. The 5 on the court for IC, Chloe Dom, Sophie Snyder, Lana Schaefer, Reese Markley, Madison Casavicius. For the Hawks, number 15 is Abby Turner, number 3 is Juliet Watts, number 12 is Chloe Kendall, number 24 is Holly Pettit, and number 22 is Tori Scales. Illini Central stays in their 1-3-1. Riverton, you know they've talked about it, and one of the things they probably talked about was shot, fake, and drive, and that's what they just did, and just rolls off the rim, and Chloe Dom comes down with the rebound, pushes it the other way. Reese Markley misses a 3 from the left wing. Number 15, Turner brings it up. Abby Turner drives to her right. Holly Pettit with it on the left side. There's a hook maybe. Goes a bounce pass to Turner. Tipped by Reese Markley. Good job by Madison Casavicius to cover up. Holly Pettit up top. She looked at it. Chloe Kendall looking for it. She's a good shooter. Nice pass inside to Scales. She makes a nice move, goes up. Not sure if she got tripped or she just tripped. But anyway, we go the other way, and Chloe Dom scoops and finishes. She hits the floor as well. Casavicius on Pettit. Pettit falls. Good sportsmanship by Casavicius as she fouls number 24, Holly Pettit. Holly Pettit on the wing to Watts. She drives, misses, rebound to Scales. She misses, rebound down to Lana Schaefer, ends up with it, gives it to Casavicius. She just about loses it, and she does lose it out of bounds. One thing about the freshmen, they have to stay confident. Can't get disappointed when they make a mistake. You can't hang your head when something doesn't go right. Markley up top on the point of the 1-3-1. Skip pass to 15, Abby Turner. She gives it to Holly Pettit, who drives the lane. Sophie Snyder doesn't step in front quick enough, and Pettit knocks it out. Looked like it could have been either her or Chloe Dom, but luckily for us, we get it. Chloe Dom's going to bring it up. Number 23, Madison Casavicius on the left wing. Sophie gets the ball taken away. It's a jump ball, and that'll be Riverton basketball. Juliet Watts brings it up. Back cut by Turner, but it's thrown right to Lana Schaefer. Dom pushing it, gives it up to Markley. Markley shoots it for 2, misses. I shouldn't have said she was on fire earlier. She's kind of gone cold here. Still taking good shots though. It's a shot she has to take. Plus she's been running around the entire time. Probably has a little bit of loss of legs. Turner drives, misses, rebound down to Snyder, gives it to Chloe Dom. Dom's going 1-on-3, and she makes it. I say that like I'm surprised. I've seen her do it many times, finishing in those tough situations. Yep, her foot was on the line, but it's off. Juliet Watts misses. Rebound down to Turner, it looked like. No, that's Turner. Can't see. Swings it to Chloe Kendall, who shoots a three. It's short. Chloe Dom comes down with it, gives it to Reese Markley. Back to Chloe. Chloe spins in the lane, shoots it, misses. Good hustle by Casavicius, trying to challenge. Abby Turner pushes it into the front court. Anna Schaefer out on Watts. We're winded. 15 Turner. Nice soft touch on that jump shot. And it falls. That makes it 27-24 in favor of Illini Central. Looks like Madison Hughes and Kylie Green are both checking in. Partly because, like I just said, I think we're winded. It looks like the Riverton girls are a little winded too. They've probably only played about 6 or 7 people maybe so far. So the girls playing hard, having to wear those masks makes a difference. I've said that during the boys game the other night. I said it during the girls game last Saturday. It's got to play a part in it, and somebody could watch the game and say, well, it's not always above their nose and their mouth, but still you wear that thing over you when you're running up and down the court, and it's got to affect you a little bit. So both teams playing hard, and still a really good game back and forth. Like I said earlier, the Lady Cougars, next 3 games after today, they get the weekend off. They'll come back, or they'll be back on the court on the 15th, which is Monday. Monday? Guess I should look at my calendar before I start picking the day, telling you what the days are. Yeah, Monday, the 15th, they'll be traveling to Auburn to play the Lady Trojans. Then they'll turn right around the next day and head to Mount Pulaski to take on the Lady Hilltoppers. And then on Thursday, they will end up traveling over to take on Borough Forsyth. So as we get ready to go back to live action, Lady Cougars take the ball out after that basket by Riverton. Madison Casavicius will bring it up. Madison over on the wing to Kylie Green, who drives and then shoots, misses. Rebound down to the Lady Hawks. Juliet Watts pushing it the other way. Kendall to Pettit. Pettit to Turner. Turner for a baseline jumper, off. Rebound down to Casavicius. And it's a jump ball, and that'll be Illini Central basketball. There's a difference. There's such a difference between, one thing about the girls not having an opportunity to play JV is you go from playing 8th grade, which is not varsity, to playing varsity. It's tough. And it takes some time. And then you throw in the fact, like I said a minute ago, that they didn't get to have a summer. Nice drive by Madison Hughes. Good drive by her. That's 2 times in a row she made that move. She'll get that. Near turnover. Pettit makes a nice pass to Scales, who, like I said, is a good player. Has played well tonight, and she gets fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. And that would be the case for, like I said, for the Riverton girls too, I would assume. Just there's a big difference between playing 8th grade and playing varsity. And hopefully, my plan and part of my desire to be the middle school girls coach was to help Illini Central get those numbers back up so we can have a JV game again. So Tori Scales gets the first one. And the second. I don't think either one of them hit any part of the rim. And it's 27-26 in favor of Illini Central. Chloe Dom brings it up. Little step back jump shot against Scales. off. Nice rebound by Madison Hughes. Outlet to Dom. Dom's going to drive, and they're going to call a block. It was close. It was close. He's going to call it. No, he's going to call it on the shot, so she's going to shoot two. .236 to go in the third quarter. Chloe misses her first. Alana Schaefer's going to check in. She's going to give Madison Kasavicius a break. Chloe hits the second. Pushes it back to a 2-point lead for Illini Central. Bounce pass into Pettit. Pettit to Watts. Watts to Turner. Turner up top to Kendall. Swings it to Scales for three. And Scales hits a three. She's having a terrific basketball game tonight. Dom to Markley. Markley to Kylie Green. Chloe drives, gets in the lane, goes up and finishes. Riverton moving the ball well. And that gets to Chloe Kendall, and she hits a three. Lady Hawks starting to catch a little bit of fire here in this third quarter, with 1:25 to go. To Reese Markley on the wing. Reese drives the lane, kicks it to Lana Schaefer. To Madison Hughes for three. Short, just short. Rebound down to down to Abby Turner. Nice move by Scales, but it just rolls off. Chloe Dom gets the rebound and a foul on Juliet Watts. And number 25, Brandy Pettit, is checking in. She'll come in for number 15, Abby Turner. Dom brings it up across the timeline with 50 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Riverton leading 32-30. Markley up top at the basketball to Kylie Green. Kylie Green looking to get rid of it. She drives in the lane, gets it stripped. Pettit ends up with it. Kendall picks up her dribble, gives it to Watts. Watts to Holly Pettit. She misses. Rebound down to Chloe Dom. Dom to Reese Markley. Reese over to Lana Schaefer. Lana with a left-handed dribble. Nice spin move. That's a nice move, Lana, and she hits it. Nice move for Lana Schaefer. 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Try not to foul there. And we're going to go to the fourth quarter with a tie ball game between the Lady Hawks and the Lady Cougars. It's been a fun game, back and forth, good play by both teams the whole way. And we'll be back in just a minute. Illini Central Sports Network.
not that I see it.
It is not.
Okay, we're back here. 8 minutes to go. Tie game. It's almost like we're obviously starting over again. Riverton ball. Kendall inbounds to Watts. Watts up top, being guarded by Markley in that 1-3-1 that the Cougars play. Down to Brandy Pettit in the corner. She's trapped. Reese Markley hustles. Ooh, he was going to call it. Didn't call it. It may have been to Riverton's advantage. He didn't, because they're going to get an open. Good recovery by Illini Central. Not sure if that was a foul or not. It looked like it could have gone either way. Dom goes up. Chances are we're even after those two plays. Watts brings it up. Ball's dead. Markley, Pettit gets it tipped. Madison Casavage just tracks it down. She's going to go all the way, and she's going to be short, but Reese Markley follows it. She misses. Reese gets the rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball in favor of Illini Central. Casavage with a good play to get to it. She just missed the layup. Markley hustled, got the rebound, and wasn't able to put it in, and we're still tied with 7:15 to go in the game. Here comes Markley, wide open on the left wing, misses the jump shot. Madison Hughes almost got a piece of it, and we'll go the other way. The rebound down to Watts. They're pushing the ball, and that's a good kick out to Turner. Kendall over here on the right wing. She's a shooter. We don't want to let her get it. Here it is. What I just tell you. It's off. Rebound down. I think they're going to call it out on Riverton. That was a dangerous possession for Illini Central with a wide open look for Chloe Kendall. Like I said, high scorer last night for the Hawks in their win over Pawnee. Dom brings it up. Over to Markley on the right wing. Casavicius with it. Nice pass to Dom. That was a good look. That's a 2 if it goes. And it rattles out. Rebound down to Turner. She pushes it up the court. Picked up by Markley. Over to Watts. Watts makes a nice fake and gets it in to Scales. And Scales finishes. And Riverton takes the lead. 34-32, 6:10 to go in the game. Dom picks up her dribble to Hughes, to Schaefer, Casavicius. He thinks a boot. That was sorry, sometimes the coach in me comes out. I'm going to call a foul on Watts up top. Nobody's really close to the bonus. Watts, that's her second. It doesn't appear, I don't think anyone's really in foul trouble. The coaches aren't coaching that way. So the nice thing about this quarter is we're going to get to play it pretty straight up. Dom with it to Markley. Markley with a nice drive. That was a good idea. She tried to dump it off to Chloe, but it's out on Riverton. Reese again with it to Schaefer. Schaefer to Hughes. Hughes into the lane to Casavicius for 2. For 3. It was a 3, sorry. My laptop's in the way. She banked it in. And you know what? They all count the same. There's a baseline shot by Turner. Chloe Dom pulls down the rebound. Illini Central leads 35-34, and Coach Bunner will take a full timeout as we get to the 5:19 point of the fourth quarter. 3 by Casavicius to give the Cougars a 1-point lead. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Gosh dang it, I am muted. I forgot I muted that one.
Are we mask timeout? Sorry, I was muted there during that action. It was some great play-by-play too, and you missed it. I appreciate the help that I'm getting from home. Shout out to Hunter Harrison for reminding me that I didn't switch the quarter thing over and it still said third quarter. So there's a shout out to you, Hunter. Thanks for your help. I told our AD, Coach Hernan, sitting here beside me, there's just too much for one man to do. I can't handle it all. So, but now we're back on. We've got the scoreboard set right. We got the microphone on, and we got a great game going. We've got Chloe Dom going to the free throw line with 2 free throws to try to push this lead to 3 here in the fourth quarter. We got 4:47 to go. That horn is loud. And we'll be back in a minute. Was that a mask timeout? Is that what that was? Okay, so he took a mask timeout. I think both coaches may have only that horn. That horn. If you were nodding off in here, you would not be asleep for long. Chloe gonna shoot 2 after that nice hustle rebound. And she hits the first. Back to a 2-point lead. That one's off, and we'll stay at a 2-point lead. And Riverton brings it across the timeline with Tori Scales to Juliet Watts at the top. Over to Chloe Kendall. Baseline to Tori Scales. Kicks it to Kendall. Drop catch. I think she was going to shoot it if she could have caught it cleanly, but she wasn't able to. To Kendall. Down to Turner. Into Pettit. Out to Kendall. Misses. Rebound down to Chloe Dom. And Dom's going the other way. She dumps it off to Madison Hughes, who hits it. And the Lady Cougars add to the lead. Great pass, good finish by Madison Hughes, and the Cougars are up 4 with 3:53 to go in the game. Holly Pettit drives, and that's going to be a foul on the floor. Going to call that on Reese Markley. Going to be sideline out of bounds in front of Riverton's bench. Turner's going to inbound it. She gives it off to Watts. Back to Turner. Good pass inside, and there's a foul on Lana Schaefer. And Holly Pettit is going to shoot 2 with an opportunity to cut the Cougar lead in half. It's not really a bad foul, considering how low she was in the post. She was going to make an easy layup if she didn't foul. And that free throw hits the back of the rim and pops off. Pettit will get another one. Dom's going to have to do a good job boxing out here. She's got the tall Scales behind her. That free throw off. Chloe gets the rebound. And with 3:40 to go in the game, Chloe Dom brings it up. She crosses. Oh, they called for travel. She did. She lost her balance. That's all right. Cougars, let's get a stop. Coach Bunner being positive. He's lightening up in his old age. Down to Turner. She looks inside to Pettit again. Kicks it back out to Turner. Up top to Watts. Pettit. They're really trying to look inside, I think, more now, I think, than what they had been. This is a 3 by Scales, and it rolls out. Schaefer is going to get it's out on. They call it out on Schaefer. No, the Cougars don't act like they know that it was not their ball. Took them a minute to get where they needed to be defensively. And then there's a 5-second call. And then I think both teams looked a little confused by that situation because that's a 5-second call, and it wasn't because the defense was locked down either. Dom to Casavicius. Casavicius drives strong. It's a good move. And that'll be the 6th team foul on Riverton. And now we get closer to where that could have an impact on the rest of the game. I think it's the 6th team foul, unless the clock is way ahead of me. And we have a bulb out, so I'm not sure whether that's it or not. Nice pass back in from Markley to Casavicius. Hughes cuts, doesn't finish, but that's a good play. That's the kind of play you're going to need in that situation. Markley up top, down to Turner. Reese pressuring Watts, dump down to Turner, baseline jump shot. It's off, rebound to Pettit. Rebound down to Watts has it. What I meant to say was Riverton still has it. Markley on Turner up top to Watts. Inside to Scales. Scales finishes. Like I said, player of the game for Riverton for sure. She's been really good. 38-36, favor of Illini Central. Dom drives, and she gets fouled. Riverton's coaches don't think so, but I think she got hit. Somebody hit her in the head, I think. And Chloe will shoot too. Cougars Coach Bunner's doing a smart thing by having everybody out of the lane. Chloe misses the first. Doesn't have anybody on the lane line, mainly so we can make sure we get back defensively and get into our zone defense. Probably not going to get an offensive rebound anyway, so better to be doing that. That's good strategy, and Chloe hits a second. And with 1 minute and 54 seconds to go, the Lady Cougars lead by 3. Holly Pettit to Chloe Kendall. And Bunner just said that, and that's a good pass. It was a good idea. The pass didn't really get there. Cougars got to scramble a little bit on defense. Riverton doing a good job of being patient. There's a tipped pass by Dom. One thing about this game has been a lot of good sportsmanship by both teams. Everybody helping, people helping each other up. I think everybody's just glad that they're getting an opportunity to play basketball again and be on the court with their friends. Bunner decides to call timeout with 1:23 to go. Riverton will be in the bonus on the next foul, which is a positive thing for them if they decide they need to do that, if they're not able to score here on this possession. The Lady Cougars, on the other hand, they're going to have to foul 3 times to put them in the bonus, as we sit here at 4 team fouls for the Cougars and 6 for the Lady Hawks. Like I said, I don't think anyone's in foul trouble. I haven't seen either coach that way. It was probably a good timeout for Bunner just to catch their breath, regardless of talking about what they want to do. So it will be Riverton ball underneath, either not completely underneath their basket, more towards the sideline, which isn't a good place to run an out of bounds play usually. We'll see. Maybe they've got something that'll make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about. Lady Cougars break the huddle. Lady Hawks come out. It's actually it's not even on the baseline. It's all the way down in the corner. So, like a very good coach, I wouldn't have had a play for that. But there's 1 minute and 23 left to go. See what they try to do. Scales up top with it. Chloe Kendall on this wing. Cannot let Chloe Kendall get a jump, an open look, I wouldn't think. Down to Turner. That was way too easy. Way too easy. Good movement of the ball by Riverton. And it's 39-38 in favor of Illini Central. Reese Markley has it on the left wing. Now, if I'm Chloe Dom, I hang on to it as long as I can. Coach Hartkey's not happy with that call, and I'm going to be honest with her. I'm honest with you. I agree with her. That was a little bit. Be one thing if she was wanting to call it, or I mean, she was wanting a foul, but I don't think she wasn't ready for that yet. And it's going to be 1-1 for Chloe Dom, with Illini Central leading 39-38. And it rolls in. I told you about those rims. Unless it just sits up there, it's not going to fall in. So Illini Central takes a 40-38 lead, and Dom's going to see if she can't push it to 41, and she does. Watts brings it up. Over to Turner. With this lead, you don't want to give Kendall or Scales an open look from 3. Scales has already hit a 3. She's going to step back for a 3, miss it, rebound down to Chloe Dom. Going the other way. She needs to get, she's not going to give it up. She wants to be the one going to the free throw line if that's what happens. And there's the foul. And now with 14 seconds to go, Chloe Dom has an opportunity to push the lead for Illini Central. Chloe hits the first. And the second. Ten seconds to go. Lady Cougars up by 5. The Scales, she loses it. Dom ends up with it. There's another foul. And with 2 seconds to go, Chloe Dom is going to go to the free throw line for 2 more. And she misses the first. Rebound down. And that's the ball game. Illini Central gets the win, 43-38 over Riverton. We're going to, in a moment, after he gets done doing his talking, we're going to have an interview with Coach Bunner. Cole's going to get the camera set up. I'm going to change the screen. Change the screen here. What's that?
All right, we are here with Coach Bunner after his second win of the week. He's now 2-1 in a hard-fought game. Riverton played a good game tonight. They've got a good team.
Yeah.
They've got a nice mix of people. They're kind of like you, though. They don't have a whole their numbers. They played about 6 people, just
Right.
like you played 7. So.
I knew they would move the ball well against our zone, and I knew they had two really good shooters that we needed to be aware of. And so I think we did an absolute great job of running them off of the three-point line. If I remember correctly, maybe the 22 and 12 were their main shooters. I think they only had 1 3-pointer each. And that's phenomenal. And that's what we came into this game, making sure that we made them put the ball on the floor, made them shoot harder shots, and get it into the middle of our defense, which is harder to navigate. And so I think we did a great job on their 2 best players.
Yeah, I thought the Scales girl played really, really well. Like she was tough. And then the Kendall girl, I had said on the broadcast too that she was their leading scorer last night, and I don't know if she was as aggressive maybe as her coach would have liked her to be,
Right.
but because she seemed like she was, really a person that could have, made a difference in that game as well. Chloe again, she's just.
Chloe.
She's pretty good.
Yeah.
She just does stuff that other people can't do, and she had a really good game. But Reese was on fire early, and a lot of people contributed. Madison Hughes played good
Yep.
down the stretch. Nobody didn't play well.
No.
Everybody played terrific, and it's fun to see those kids. For me, it's fun to see those kids that I coached that they're going to figure stuff out
Right.
and give you what you need too.
Yeah, they're making cuts that we don't have the time to go over in practice, or we don't have a defense. So they're making
Right.
cuts that are good. They are beginning to get aggressive with the ball and drive. There's Maddie Casaviches a couple times there. Against Athens a couple days ago, she was too complacent. When she got the ball, she was scared to dribble.
Right.
And today, you could see her mind was thinking. She had the ball, she was standing there stagnant, and so was the offense. And she decided, all right, I got to go drive it, and picked up a couple fouls that way. And that's if that's all that you get from it, that's good. That gets the defense on their heels. Then they can't be out in the passing lane so much. Then, and so we're getting there. It's fun to see.
Yeah. It was a fun game to watch because it's there's going to be those nights when the younger kids are going to play like younger kids. Reese and Chloe are going to give you the same thing they've always
Yes.
given you. They're positive to their teammates. That's one of the things I think that I've noticed is they're not down on the younger kids. They're just glad to have people that are playing.
Right.
The fact that you're able to dress that many kids, which it's funny we say that many and you dress
I know.
you dress 7.
Right.
But I thought it was a really good game, and they hung in there in a situation where it could have, when
Yeah.
they got down, they could have let it get away,
Yeah.
and they didn't.
Close game, you can't simulate that. We can
Yeah.
hardly simulate anything at practice. and
Right.
It's really good the way that they responded.
Yeah, it was a good game. So tomorrow practice or tomorrow?
Yeah, we got practice. We'll
have Sunday
work
off,
on-
and then I
have
said you got.
Saturday off too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot what day it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday off, and then
Back at it
game Monday, game Tuesday, game Thursday. So big game
Yep.
or big week of games and a lot of bus rides, and so hopefully just keep getting better.
Yep.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Yep, thank you.
Good game. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Well, Cougar fans, it's been fun again tonight. Glad we had an opportunity to bring it to you. I hope that it sounded okay. And I only made a couple of silly mistakes without switching the third quarter to the fourth quarter and a couple other things. But hopefully it was an okay broadcast and you had the opportunity to watch. And as you've probably seen on Facebook this evening already tonight, or the school website, that the board made the decision to let fans in. Make sure you read that if you haven't read it already, and your coaches and Coach Bunner will be talking to the girls about it tomorrow, I'm sure, as well. So that'll be nice. That'll be nice to have happen as well. And thanks again for all your support. Be safe, take care, and we'll talk to you soon. We'll be back tomorrow night for Illini Central boys basketball against Williamsville.
Thanks again for tuning in. Take care.